No, you do not need relaxer to get these finger waves. That is right, you can do this with your own natural curly hair. I've been working on how to do the technique at home, but I've not quite perfected it. So we're headed into the salon with Niani, my stylist, so you can see the actual technique, because y'all deserve to learn how to be able to do this yourself. Beautiful, touchable waves, just laid and smooth. And this is my hair after 90-degree weather for the past 4 days. Plus I've run outside and I've done 2 workouts. So if you want proof that your finger waves can last on natural curly hair, this is your sign. Okay, don't skip this. First things first, please start with clean hair. Take a minute to, of course, scrub your scalp. If you can, pamper yourself. That's one of my favorite things about Niani Salon. The steam is included, so we are making sure my hair is nice and refreshed and healthy before we start this process. The products that you want to need, especially if you're going to do this at home, first and foremost, the trifold mirror. You guys, this is a game changer. If you don't have one, they're under $20. Please get one if you're going to do this at home. It's just going to make this so much easier. Then, of course, you want a rat tail comb as well. You can use a soft brush if you need to for some of your edges, depending if your hair is wave resistant. And you also want to make sure that you have these butterfly wave setting clips, especially if you're a beginner. This is going to make the process so much easier as you're learning that technique to really get the S pressed down and make sure that your hair is being held as you move section from section. The next really important thing that's going to make or break this style for you is the hair length. Now, unlike relaxed hair, you don't need your hair to be super short to get this look on natural curly hair. You actually want a little bit of length so that your curls can fully form. The length is going to depend on your hair type. As you can see, I need about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, and the top of my hair is longer too, so you'll see what that looks like. But the difference is that instead of traditional finger waves where you're just trying to connect all the stray hairs, you're going to be really using your curl pattern to help define the waves on your head. So if you've ever struggled and wonder why your waves are not waving, it may be that you just don't have the right length for it to work for your hair. Getting into the products, this was the most asked about thing. I'm really surprised because we only used 2 products to achieve this look. We started with the Amika's Anti-Frizz Spray as the base, really just working that lightly through the hair before going in with Ali K's Lemongrass Gel. The reason we chose this gel is because of the hold. We really wanted something sturdy because the point of this hairstyle, at least for me, is to last as long as humanly possible. Like, I'm not trying to get up and having to refresh this every single day. I really want this to last at least 3 to 4 days before I need to go in with more gel. Like, that's the vibes I'm going for. So this combo gave not only shine, but hold and zero flaking, especially if your hair is prone to puffing back up or resisting the mold. You do not need mousse. I've seen so many girlies go in with the gel and then the mousse, or do the mousse then the gel. We literally just used the anti-frizz, water, and the gel and got this look. The other very crucial part to achieving this look is to work section by section and not big sections, because otherwise you're going to have too much hair and you may not be able to handle the curls. But as you're seeing, she's doing small, I would say about 1 inch thick sections, and she's shaping in one direction before she presses down with her 2 fingers to hold the hair in place as she comes back through, which you'll probably notice is a little bit different than seeing how girls with relaxed hair do their finger waves. This is the key, y'all, and that's why I say if you're doing this at home and you want to make this easier for yourself, those butterfly clips are going to come in so handy, because you can keep those in to make sure that the hair is staying in place as you move from section to section without anything frizzing back up. The other thing to keep in mind as you're applying your gel section by section, using the comb and your fingers to form the wave and smooth, is it's really not about perfection. You're really guiding your curls, not forcing it. And so if you run into a moment where your curls are not actually connecting, take that as a chance to actually just define out that curl and let it be its own little cute curly moment. You'll notice throughout my hair, especially in the back, there are tons of these, and I think that this is way cuter than just the traditional finger waves and works with your curly hair to give it that personality and the texture. Again, you're really seeing that she's going section by section from the side to the back and then the other sides, finishing with my usual part to make sure we have the swoop and serving the face that I like to have. So keep that in mind as you're picking your sections. Again, work small, be patient. The gel is going to hold. Like, I'm still shook at how well this has worked. Y'all, so Niani was moving and grooving that I absolutely forgot to capture this step, but if you really want to extend the life of your finger waves as well as protect it, she also did spray my hair with the Amika The Shield anti-humidity spray, which is absolutely perfect if you are going somewhere humid or live somewhere humid. This really is just a nice touch to make sure that your hair is protected. Then she also went in over that with the Amika Headstrong Intense Hold Hairspray. Again, I think these really aren't entirely necessary. She didn't use these the last time she did my finger waves, but I will say, depending where you live, these two might also be very crucial and helpful for you in maintaining your finger waves. Once you are finished with the mold, don't touch it. Look, don't touch it. Depending on your curl pattern, what you might need to do is wrap it up first. I've seen those strips. We personally didn't need to do that. I went directly underneath the hooded dryer and sat there until my hair was about 80% dry. If you don't have a hooded dryer, don't panic. You can use a diffuser and make sure that you have your headscarf on, and you're just gonna have to take your time kind of working section by section, but make sure that you have your hair at least 85% dry, if not 100% dry, because that is the secret to longevity. That is going to keep your hair in place and make sure it stayed and laid and looking so good. Like I said, mine usually lasts at least 3 to 4 days, depending on the weather and how rigorous my workouts are. And how cute did this turn out, especially with the dye? I have been wanting to do something playful with my hair for a while, and I've always felt like I had to play it safe. If you've watched my video on why I cut all of my hair off in the first place, I really did feel like I had to baby my hair, and it was just too precious to do anything but let it grow out. But I really love how this turned out. I'm feeling like a 90s R&B video, giving main character energy and walking in here on purpose. Like, if you want to do finger waves, you really want to do them bold. So I really feel like these waves are speaking for themselves. Discussing just some common maintenance issues and of course questions about lifting and things like that. As someone who does work out, like I said, I have already run in my hair, I have already worked out in my hair. Just quickly how I wrap it, it's not anything complicated. This is just a regular scarf that you can get anywhere. Just make sure that it's satin. This step is optional, but I just love the vibes. It makes me feel like a cool girl whenever I do need to tie up my hair. So literally just making sure that it's nice and tight. Because the nice thing about the Alakay gel is that it honestly has such a strong hold. So really it's not moving a whole lot, if I'm totally honest. So I just make sure to tie it nice and tight, so that way it stays laid while I run and do whatever. You can bring it around the top and tie it in the front if you want to. I personally just like a cute little like half bow to the side. Like that, right? Just super cute, super easy. And again, I can just wear this when I go run. I will note, as soon as I get home, I change out of a sweaty scarf into a non-sweaty scarf, and then also make sure that you let it completely air dry, whether you are using a blow dryer or you're using a fan. That's just going to keep your hair from lifting prematurely and help you maintain these curls for as long as possible, even with the heat. And if you want to see just how long these waves can last when it is truly hot and humid outside, you should go ahead and check out my Thailand vlog, because that was the first time I did do finger waves for my vacation. And when I say they lasted for like probably a little over a week before I got in the water and ruined them, but I was so surprised how well this technique worked and lasted, because y'all know I just love high impact, minimal effort when it comes not just to my style, but to my beauty and my hair as well. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If there was anything I missed, please ask me below. I will make sure that I get that answered for you, or maybe make a part 2 if it is required once I finally get my technique down at home. But thank you so much for watching. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to boop the like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video from me. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.